Marine Ready Force, Commodore Toribio D. Adasi Jr., Armed Forces of the Philippines, and Commander Silif Amphibious Force, Captain Ernesto O. Baldovino, Philippine Navy General Staff Corps, respectively.
The Commander of Fleet Marine Ready Force and Commander Silif Amphibious Force will now render the report to the presiding officer. The Commander of Fleet Marine Ready Force, Commodore Toribio D. Adasi Jr., Armed Forces of the Philippines, will now give his welcome remarks.
To our presiding officer, who will be properly introduced later, Captain Ernie Baldovino, the Commander Silif Amphibious Force, representing the Commander Philippine Fleet, Commodore Alberto Carlos, the Naval Internal Auditor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant Navy morning to everyone. By the way, I leave to our presiding officer the honor of acknowledging other important personalities in this morning's ceremony. It is with great pleasure that I welcome all of you to the send-off ceremony for BRP Emilio Jacinto PS-35 and BRP ang Pangulo ACS-25. After more or less 2 years of undergoing repair and upgrade of our systems, PS-35 is now ready for deployment in the operational area. She is leaving Manila for Naval Forces Western Mindanao, where her services are badly needed. It is actually a return engagement for PS-35 at NAVFOR-WEM, as she was earlier deployed there from 2016 to 2017, before proceeding to Manila for her necessary repairs and upgrades. Now that she is returning to NAVFOR-WEM, there is no doubt that she will be a big boost to the capability of the Operational Command in addressing maritime security threats in our porous southern borders. What with her newly refurbished 76mm Automelare gun and her 25mm Bushmaster gun. In the same vein, the presidential yacht ACS-25 is proceeding to the eastern side of Mindanao, particularly Davao. After undergoing repairs and upgrade for more or less 3 years, she is now ready to perform her mandate as a presidential vessel. I understand ACS-25 was last deployed in the Western Command AUR, where she was utilized thereat during the visit of Prince Albert of Monaco in 2016. As PS-35 and ACS-25 set sail to the south, we all wish them fair winds, clear skies, and following seas. They will have a new home in Zamboanga and Davao, and we are confident that they can meet everyone's expectation in terms of mission accomplishment. Ladies and gentlemen, your presence this morning adds color and importance to this send-off ceremony. I am pretty sure that the 45 officers and men of PS-35 and the 64 officers and men of ACS-25 are happy to see all of us sending them off to their new deployment. Altogether, let us pray for their safe voyage to southern Philippines. To all, thank you for joining us in this ceremony. Let us watch PS-35 and ACS-25 cast off their lines for the sea. Salamat, mabuhay ang Philippine Navy.
Thank you, sir.
At this juncture, the Commander, Salif Amphibious Force Captain Ernesto O. Baldovino, Philippine Navy General Staff Corps, will now introduce the presiding officer for this send-off ceremony.
Good Navy morning to everyone. On behalf of the Commander of Philippine Fleet, it is my distinct honor to introduce our guest speaker for today. So without further much ado, ladies and gentlemen, the 37th Flag Officer in Command of the Philippine Navy, Vice Admiral Robert Arugay, Emperor, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Commodore Baldovino, the commander of the Sea Amphibious Force. Troop commanders, can you give tikas pahinga to your troops? Commander of the Fleet Marine Ready Force, Commodore Toribio Adasi Jr., Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Commander of the Sea Amphibious Force, Commodore to be Captain Ernesto O. Baldovino, Philippine Navy GSC, the Naval Internal Auditor of our Navy, Commodore Abed Cruz, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Palakpakan natin si Tiniya. The Commander of the Littoral Combat Force, Captain Alfonso F. Torres Jr., Philippine Navy GSC. Let me acknowledge the presence of the Chief of Staff of the Presidential Security Group, Colonel Randolph Gabambang, Philippine Army, MNSA. Thank you for coming. Other senior officers of the Philippine Navy, let me acknowledge the commanding officer of the Auxiliary Command Ship 25, Commander Biljun Peña Florida Jr., Philippine Navy, GSC. All the members or all the officers, men of ACS 25. Similarly, I'd like to acknowledge the commanding officer of PS 35, Commander Aldrin A. Gagusan, Philippine Navy, GSC, and all the officers and men of PS-35. Members of the HPN staff, unit commanders present, other guests, ladies and gentlemen, gandang umaga sa atin lahat. Tayo nagpapasalamat sa ating mahal na Panginoon dahil sa napagandang weather ngayong umaga. Nag-uulan ng mga nakaraang araw, pero ngayong umaga napaganda ng ating weather. It is a good sign as the two ships of the Philippine Navy will sail towards their deployment area. I remember 2 months ago, the President met with us, the senior leaders of the armed forces, and gave the direction that he wants to end the insurgency problem within his term, or in the fastest within the 6 months period. And he promised to provide all the necessary support that we need in the deployment of our troops. Since then, the Philippine Navy was able to send 5 vessels in the operational area. And today we'll add 2 more in the operational area, particularly in the southern part of our country. Naval Forces Western Mindanao, for PS35 and our BRP ang Pangulo, or now the Auxiliary Command Ship in Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao. Actually, matagal na dapat i-deploy itong dalawang barko na to, but they have to undergo some fine-tuning in their capabilities, in their operational readiness. PS-35 has just been upgraded its capability, or what we call the weapons capability. Ngayon, yung baril niyan, yung Bushmaster 25 niya, at saka yung 76mm na, can be fired automatically. Hindi na yan manually operated, it's automated because of the fire control system that was placed in the center, in the brain of the ship. So ngayon, this ship, ang pagbabago ng barkong ito, the ship has now the capability to provide accurate, pinpoint accuracy naval gunfire support to our land troops. It can provide naval gunfire support to a landing amphibious force of the Navy, which is the Marine Corps. So pag nagland yung Marines, kung meron mag-de-deny sa landing nila, we will use the naval gunfire capability, support capability of BRP Emilio, Jacinto. Dati, pagka pinutok mo yung 76mm yan, direct fire lang yan. So pag tinamaan yung pudo, maraming collateral damage. So kakaroon ng casualty sa friendly forces. But this one has the capability to fire over the hill and hit a target with pinpoint accuracy. Kahit na nasa kabilang, kahit di na siya makita ng barko, kayang-kaya na siyang iputok if the accurate position of the enemy is pinpointed. Ito naman, BRP ang Pangulo will be provided as a command and control vessel of our President in Eastern Mindanao. So when there is a need to operate the vessel at sea, the President can board it and will give orders through this ship. So napakalaga yung role nito. And also the President told me before that he wants to bring this to Eastern Mindanao so that those members of the insurgent who wants to go back to the fold of law can tour the ship. This is a symbol of hope para sa ating mga mamamayan na gustong bumalik sa fold of law. So kung makita nila na meron tayong ganito kagandang barko, it represents hope in the administration of our President. So yun yung main purpose ng pagpunta ng barkong ito sa second home or yung second seat of the government of our beloved President. So I saw to it that I will preside the set of ceremony of these two important vessels of our Philippine Navy. And the Lord has indeed blessed us with the opportunity to gather and witness fine tradition of the Philippine Navy that is very special to us, to all of us. As I said, despite the unstable weather in the past few days, we would like to express our thanks to our Lord for making this ceremony a very successful one. With everyone's presence, I most certainly feel the vibe among us, which I believe a manifestation of the safe journey and mission accomplishment of the two of our prized Navy assets. We will be praying for the safety of the two ships and the crew of each Navy personnel. I just arrived from Republic of Korea for the launching of the BRP Antonio Luna 4 days ago. At napakaganda nung activity na yun. And I saw in the eyes of our crew yung inspiration nila, yung motivation nila to train very hard and deliver the ship probably in April of next year for BRP Jose Rizal and BRP Antonio Luna in September of next year. So next year we'll have 2 more brand new fully missile capable ships that will secure the maritime waters of our archipelago. Magiging mabigat na capability na darating sa ating Navy. And just recently, we deployed BRP Conrado Yap. He's showing the flag all over the archipelago. He sailed through the Pacific Ocean at very stable siya. And now he's in Mindanao to provide a show flag and to provide capability, patrol capability in that area of responsibility of our country. So send-off ceremony are one of the most important traditions that the Navy has. This is so because on this rare and special occasion, we witness the strong camaraderie between and among the Navy unit in a united effort to convey strength to our teammates who shall be deployed to perform their missions in accomplishment of the Philippine Navy missions. Today, we witness 2 of our ships to begin journey to their new deployment area of responsibility. BRP Emilio Jacinto, or PS-35, will be deployed in Western Mindanao, as I said, and the auxiliary command ship, BRP Pangulo, will be deployed in Eastern Mindanao. To the commanding officer of PS-35, Commander Aldrin Gacusan, Philippine Navy, and all the officers and men of PS-35, you will be performing a critical mission in the Naval Forces Western Mindanao. We all know that this area has continued to be a breeding ground of lawless elements. Hence, we shall be expecting you to perform your best with excellence when you are in the operational area. The communities or the people of Mindanao needs you to ensure the security of their people and the progress of their province, of all the provinces in Western Mindanao. Needless to say, the command is confident of your skills, thus will be expecting you to accomplish your mission well. I wish you God's blessing in your journey to Western Mindanao. To Commander Wiljon Peña Florida, Commanding Officer of ACS-25, and all the officers and men of your unit, the command likewise has high expectations that you will be delivering your mission to excellent results, and that your job is not an easy task, and I encourage you to also give your utmost dedication and commitment in the same level that you have been offering our Navy thus far. You would like to hear many reports of mission excellently accomplished by these 2 ships throughout your deployment. And rest assured that the Headquarters Philippine Navy will provide all the necessary report, whether in personnel, logistics, training, and other aspect of your ship's requirement to make you operational ready at all times. With our sincerest wishes of great courage and success in your respective missions, this morning I and the entire Navy personnel, senior leaders, and of course team from the Philippine Presidential Security Group bid you farewell and God's blessing. Bon voyage, PS-35 and ASCS-25. Remember that the entire Navy is very proud of you. In fact, the entire Filipino people He's very proud of you. May the Lord guide and protect you always. And may you continue to do your job well for the glory of your Navy, your country, and of the Lord Almighty. Maraming salamat at magandang araw sa atin.
Thank you very much, sir.
At this juncture, the presiding officer will be escorted by Commander, Fleet Marine Ready Force, and Commander, Silif Amphibious Force to inspect the troops to the formation of ship's crew and shake hands with the departing officers and men to convey his personal send-off message to them.
Wala lang na photo ops. Wala.
Other officers are also invited to join our presiding officer.
Dito lang sir.
BRP ang Pangulo ACS-25, barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, was built in Japan as part of the country's war preparation to the Philippines. This ship was christened with its original name Republic of the Philippines Ship, or RPS Lapu-Lapu, and commissioned in the Philippine Navy in 1959, serving our 8th President, President Carlos P. Garcia.
Over the years, the auxiliary command ship was renamed as RPS Rojas TP-71, RPS President during the time of President Marcos, followed by BRP ang Pangulo TP-777. BRP ang Pangulo AT-25 by President Aquino, and convert back as BRP ang Pangulo 8025 in 2011. From auxiliary transport to auxiliary RIAT in 2013, she finally acquired her current designation as Auxiliary Command Ship ACS-25 in 09 July 2019.
The mission of this unit is to provide command and control platform to the President of the Philippines and other persons authorized by him in support to his mandated task. At present, ACS-25 is under the administrative control of the Silif Amphibious Force, under the helm of the Philippine Fleet and operational control of Naval Task Group 80.1 Sea Lion.
BRP Emilio Jacinto PS-35 was the former Her Majesty's ship, or HMS Pickup, under the British Royal Navy and was built in 1982 in Scotland. She was commissioned in October 1983 as part of the UK Royal Navy's Hong Kong Squadron in June 1997. PS-35 was one of the 3 Pika-class patrol vessels acquired by the government of the Philippines.
The ship was then commissioned from the UK Royal Navy in August of 1997. It was subsequently commissioned in the Philippine Navy on 04 August 1997 under the patrol force of the Philippine Fleet, with Commander Rodolfo M. Kalingasan, Philippine Navy, as her first commanding officer.
PS-35 was named after one of our national heroes during the Philippine Revolution against Spain, General Emilio Jacinto, the author of the famous Cartilla. The other Pickup vessels were named Apolinario Mabini PS-36 and General Artemio Ricarte PS-37, who were all members of the Katipunan. The acquisition of these vessels formed part of the Capability Upgrade Program of the Philippine Navy.
After having commissioned into the Navy in 1997, PS-35 was tasked to conduct border and security patrols in our extended economic zone and enforce national and maritime laws. She also performs multi-role functions to include limited NGFS, sea lift missions, surface and air actions against enemy forces, search and rescue operations, and maritime patrols.
Since 1997, she has seen action in several maritime borders of the country. Her current missions are the conduct of sovereign and maritime patrol in the Scarborough Shoal, Kalayaan Island Group in the West Philippine Sea, and the Malampaya Natural Gas Power Plant in Palawan. At this point, the Commanding Officer ACS-25 and Commanding Officer PS-35 will render the readiness report to the presiding officer, who will subsequently order them to set sail.
Muntik niya eh.
Mga pinuno at tauhan ng barko ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Emilio Jacinto, PS-35, handa na po sa paglalakbay.
Sa akin na to ma'am, buti gumana. Ito ngayon nasa Facebook Live. Maalis na po ang BRP ang Pangulo.
At this point, may we request the Flag Officer in Command, Philippine Navy, Vice Admiral Robert A. Amditad, Armed Forces of the Philippines, to be accompanied by the Commander of Fleet Marine Ready Force and the Commander of Fleet Amphibious Force for the ceremonial casting of Line 2 to Baller number 11 of BRP ang Pangulo ACS-25.
Dito lang tayo. ba yung 30,000? Okay na. Thank you, sir. Kapit mo talaga, Ronnie. Ito sa lisip. Parang maganda po. Parang maganda tingnan niya. Tama yan, tama yan. Nakikita lang mo pa. Pero wala akong nakikita kasi. Yan po ang BRP, ang Pangulo ay madideploy na po sa Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao. Bon voyage ang Pangulo. ACS 25. Please like our Facebook fan page, the Philippine Navy. Just like, comment, and share. Dok, penguli kami ng speech ha. Ay, naroon na. Ang bilis pala siya na, Sir Luna.
Likewise, the flag officer in command Philippine Navy will cast off line 2 to color number 9 of BRP Emilio, Jacinto, ES-35.
Naglupalubot na eh. 109. Yung kulang sa baba, yung kulang. Yan po ang BRP Emilio Jacinto PS35 ay patungo sa Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao. Rather, Naval Forces Western Mindanao. Sige lang. Matik. Cik, kasi ako. ACS itong Pangulo. Of course, JM at konti, JM. Yan. Meron tayong floating assets sa transportation sa mga masarap. Ganda naman talaga. BRP the auxiliary command ship serve as the command ship
conferences. Mas mo na makakatulong siya kasi
Para
boss, lahat naman ng bangko na yes. Because just to undergo some repairs panatapos na kanta kasi na yung sa maintenance niya was a very successful launching ceremony. Very excited for to launch the BRP and with our SN
Nasang mic, Mark?
guest po yung kinausap namin yung
Palobat na ako eh. Para meron ka lang. Natapos to.
In fact, punta ako doon, nandun yung mga kulong personnel na or doon na ako BRP kasi sa
Lieutenant General.
sinama ko rin lahat ng mga student
Pare-pares lang. Star, para 3 star. Pare-pares lang.
So, and then yung Antonio Luna, Adrian Luna,
Napatay niya yung mga commanding general ng army sa KSP. Pinakamakas na general yung chief of staff. Saka chief PNP.
September
Para sila first time.
In fact, deploy lang namin yung tatlong multi-purpose aircraft bago din day nila. Pagdating nga niya sa Mindanao, nakahuli ka agad ng isang isa sa barko. And then yung BRP Commander Yap is doing a show of the flag. Galing siya sa Bicol, galing siya sa Davao, goes to Western Mindanao, and then ka ng Cebu. Diretso siya sa deployment kasi which is para naval forces. Patrol.
Thank you, sir.